Hi everyone, and welcome to Jasmine's Crazy Cat Tarot. So today I want to tell you a tarot story. So all you have to do is pick a card, check for the timestamp down below, and meet me at your reading. So all we're going to do today is tell a little story. All you have to do is sit back, relax, and enjoy. And I feel like there will be a message to be found for you in whatever story you choose. So sit back, relax, let me take it from here, and I'll see you at your reading. God bless, and see you there. Bye. Group 1, hello and welcome to your reading. Thank you for coming here today, and let's see what story you need to hear right now. So first, let's get the Curious Cat Tarot meaning for the Three of Pentacles, because I feel like this might help us with our storytelling. So let's find it. We're at 2, 3. Okay. The 3 stray cats were starving. An open window provided an interesting opportunity, one that held the promise of warmth and possibly some food. The trio got to work. Together they managed to move the garbage cans into place, allowing the bravest of the 3 to scope out the situation. Teamwork makes the dream work, and when the 3 of Pentacles appears in a reading, it may just be the solution you need to get the job done. Focus your energy and resources on production and tackling tasks. What can you do, and what could be delegated? Do you have a schedule in place that is organized and ready to implement? The message is to get focused, create a strategy for success, and pull together a team. When you assign tasks, be sure to draw out the unique talents of each person. Crafting a plan and working together on a common goal will help you find success. There is no reason to make a job more complicated than it needs to be, and you will find that it will be much more efficient to delegate than to go it alone. The 3 of Pentacles may also indicate that you need to put on your inventor hat. You may need to experiment, see your materials or resources from a different perspective, and spend some hours on trial and error before finding the right solution. Energy attributes: positive, a team player, accomplishing more than expected. Negative, depending too heavily on others, letting your talents get lost in the crowd. So these 3 stray cats are trying to sneak into this window to get some food, some shelter, some warmth. They kind of want what is in there. They're working as a team, but they're still working to take something that isn't theirs. Yeah, so maybe you feel like with teamwork right now, not everyone is working towards the same goal. This could be in work, this could be in family life, but strays got to do what strays got to do. So we're not going to judge them. We're going to make these 3 stray characters the main characters in our story, group number 1. And actually, where are my manners? Yeah, where are my manners? These stray cats mightn't have the best manners. Also, let's bring in group number 1's energy. Tarot, oracles, spirit guides, angels, ancestors, God. Please, today, can we tell a story for group number 1 that they need to hear right now? Please and thank you. Okay. So we've got 3 characters. I'm not going to complicate it and give them names because I will probably forget the names. But what's interesting here is above these 3 cats, there's 2 birds, a black one, a white one, and obviously there's a few pentacles scattered around amongst the flowers. But yeah, you know, it kind of represents the dark and the light side. So sometimes in a team, even though they're going towards the same goal, some people have good intentions. Some people intend to take the food and bring it home to their families to share it for everyone, so everyone gets enough. And some people intend to take it all for themselves, all the pentacles. So maybe, like I said, when it comes to teamwork, you might feel like some team members have some ulterior motives. And then when it's in a group, it's kind of hard to pinpoint who's got good intentions and who's got bad ones. Yeah, you kind of just need to let that unfold. So, right, so if our story is about these 3 cats, I was going to use the spiritanimal deck to get characters, but yeah, they're going to meet some characters along the way. So let's just see what comes out. And I don't know whether I'll just pull everything, tell the story, or just see what comes to me as I go. But yeah, everybody likes stories, don't they? And telling stories, it is a skill, but it's a skill that needs work and practice. So we can help each other out. Oh, and maybe hear what we're supposed to hear today. Right, well, 2 came out. Oh, we've got the rhino spirit, overcome any obstacle. And we have the stag spirit, take the lead. Yeah, so this black cat is definitely taking the lead in this group. Okay? So, yeah. I feel like the black cat, this black cat here, they're the leader. They're the one in charge. But seeing as the black cat kind of matches up with the black bird, maybe this leader does not have the best intentions for the group. Maybe they only have those intentions for themselves. But these other 2 cats are here waiting, you know, making plans as to how to share it out evenly. Okay? The rhino spirit, overcome any obstacle. Yeah, these are a group of strays, a family of strays. So they're either strays because they were born in the wild, or strays because the owners that they had, you know, left them or got rid of them. But yeah, let's just say they were born on the streets. They're for the streets. But these 2, their goal is to actually find a home of their own where they can get fed and they can keep warm and keep their family safe. But some people are just made to stay on the streets, so they don't really realize that they have a traitor in their midst. Okay, so this could be a story about friendship, betrayal, and people's motives and intentions. Okay. So, I'm going to ask the Mystic Love Oracle, what are these 3 cats going to encounter along the way in their story, in their journey with these cats? What's going to happen in this story? Give us the keywords, the storyline, the notes, and I'll take it from there. I'll take the lead. Right. Oh, what is this? Family. Security. Yeah, like I said, these are a family of cats that are, you know, out to protect each other, but they're also trying to get into a family home. Okay, so maybe this could be about someone leaving one family to go to a new one. But yeah, this is just kind of family working together. Family in survival mode. Yeah. Right, family in survival mode. This is what we've got so far. So, what's next? What happens for this family in survival mode? What's the narrative of the story? So let's get 1 or 2 more keywords for this family dynamic and the story that they need to tell. Oh, this one jumps out. Signs, meanings, and love is here in big, huge letters. Yeah. This family, they might be in survival mode, but they love each other. The good and the bad sides of each other. Family love each other despite everything. We've got a divine masculine. I feel like, I don't know why, but for some reason that this black cat is the masculine and these two are feminine. So yeah, I'm kind of getting maybe a fatherly energy and daughters, or it could be a father, a mother, and a child. But yeah, you know, I feel like this cat is a protector, but with a dark side. Yeah, the protector has to face his own demons. He was too busy trying to protect his family that he didn't protect himself. Okay? Can I get 1 more keyword for this story, please? Please and thank you. Oh, okay, thank you. And we have cheating, broken trust. So maybe there was a masculine who left his family to go to another family to look, because he was busy looking in another window and focusing on what he wanted instead of what he had and how to provide for the family he had already. So he broke his family's trust. It was broken. But this family still sees him as their protector, the one that they turn to in a crisis. But yeah, this masculine has shown his dark side. Yeah. This could have been the obstacle that this family in survival mode had to overcome, because they had to survive this obstacle that could have broken the family. The stag spirit, I mean, you know, taking the lead, but maybe too selfishly. You know, a true leader considers everyone's feelings, you know, and not just their own. So yeah, I do see a divine masculine, a protector, but a flawed one. A flawed one with a dark side, okay? What do I want to do now? So, what's the lessons or the things that these characters have learned in this story, in this journey? Can I get a few keywords or just anything to add to this story that I'm here to tell group 1 today? Please and thank you. Just follow along. That's what you have to do with stories. I mean, I'm doing this as I go along, okay? The 8 of Pentacles reversed. Careless, unfocused, meanness, hoarding, lack of meaning behind actions, uninspired. Yeah, so this protector figure was very careless. Not only with their family, with their family's feelings, but also careless with money, careless with their time, unfocused, not looking at the right things. He can say, oh, well, I'm only looking in here because I need to go and take from these people in order to feed you guys. So in a way, it's kind of blaming or gaslighting his family as to why he has to go out and do these unsavory things, okay? Yeah, and I feel like when a divine masculine is uninspired and not in their light, they are they're very undeveloped, and when they're uninspired, they're just not focusing on the right things. Okay? But yeah, this is still a story about family and, family love and a family surviving things, going through the good, the bad, and the ugly together. Right. So, what next? What is next? More cards. Why did I put these away? Unfocused. This represents this black cat here. Is he a cat, or is he just, can he redeem himself? I want to know. I'm kind of rooting for him. Go back to your family. If they'll take him. Maybe they're like, well, we're going to stray elsewhere now. Can I get 2 more keywords? For this story, right? We have the 5 of Pentacles. Insecure, hardship, poverty, loss of money or position, toil, harshness, need, lack of resources. Yeah, so these cats are in survival mode, and they are stealing and taking from others, rummaging through the bins because they're in poverty. They've got hardship. They don't have enough for themselves. So they have to go and do unsavory things in order to feed the family, It's toil, it's harshness. And with this lack of resources, it's just this lack mindset. So even if this masculine was giving to this family, because they were in a lack situation, maybe he started feeling that way, not only about, his own poverty and insecurity, but, that his family or his love was lacking, and he had to go find it elsewhere. But, while doing so, say, oh, I'm doing it for you. I'm just out, trying to help us survive. Selfishly surviving when it is a family. It takes a village to get through this kind of hardship, poverty, insecurity. Yeah, like this family is going through a tough time, but they're surviving it. Okay. Can I get 1 or 2 more for a little more context in this story for group number 1? I want to keep them short enough, but, I just want to get a comprehensive story out on the table. Right, that's enough. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. We have the 6 of Cups. Okay. Strife arising from vanity. Yeah, like I said, this masculine was being vain, being selfish, and that caused strife and disunity with his family. Thanklessness. Taking the family for granted. Or maybe he felt like he wasn't getting thanks from his family, and he was searching for that validation elsewhere. Cynicism. When trust is broken, you're going to end up with a lot of cynicism. Yeah, that just comes part and parcel with broken trust. Independence, unforgiveness. Yeah, so this family... So let's say, to me, this looks, the white one looks like the feminine. Yeah, so the black and white, the feminine is, let's say, the good one in this situation. The one that's all giving, and protective of the child. And so is the dad. He wants to protect the kitten too, but he also has his own selfish ways, and maybe the motherly figure is not as forgiving. 9 of Pentacles. Frivolity, setbacks, poverty, dissipation, bad faith, danger, wanting rewards without work. Yeah, see, these have to work for their food. I mean, when you're astray, you either have to hunt, or you have to rummage, or you have to find a way of getting food, because it's not just handed to you by your owners. They don't have that luxury. It's a setback. Maybe they had luxury before, but they had to make financial setbacks. Yeah, or something went bad There's something happened in bad faith. Yeah. Okay. And this could lead to the dissipation of this family unit, and it could, they're kind of putting themselves in danger, because if they broke into the wrong person's house, that could be someone who hates cats, or that could be a house with a really aggressive dog, or, so it's like putting themselves at risk, but for survival mode, for the greater good, these parents are not acting in bad faith, but they're still putting themselves in danger, okay? Yeah, this is just a family dealing with poverty in survival mode and trying to overcome any obstacle. And, there is someone who takes the lead, but that leader can sometimes be a bit, that divine masculine energy, is still not fully given everything. They still have their dark side that they need to overcome. So, okay, well, I think I want to get one or two more mystic love oracles and then a final animal spirit, just to give us the ending. How does the story end, Spirit? Thank you for the beautiful story you told here today. Okay, let's get 3 out. How does this story end, Spirit? Please and thank you. Can I get one final one? How does this story end, Spirit? Please and thank you. Okay. The big reveal. Spiritual awakening, realizations. Yeah, maybe this could be, because this white, this like represents the dove, which is very spiritual. This is the Holy Spirit. So a spiritual awakening of, this is a sacred union between this family, but maybe there just still needed to be a spiritual awakening when this family was they had their eyes closed to each other's needs. They had to realize that you can't just think about yourself when it's a unit. We have marriage, sacred union. Okay. So this black and white cat, they had a realization and a spiritual awakening about their marriage, about this sacred union. Like I said, this is the most sacred thing in both of their lives. But this masculine just had to tackle that dark side. Whereas this feminine kind of came into the dynamic a bit more spiritually awakened in the first place. Thank you, Spirit. And we have competitor, the other woman. Yeah. So, this masculine did go out and seek pleasure elsewhere, away from their family, because all this poverty and hardship was taking its toll on them. He felt like it was thankless and he was doing everything and it still wasn't enough. So he went out, cheated, broke that trust. This was a realization about the union between these two cats. I just keep getting drawn back to these two cats and these two birds. Yeah, this came between this sacred union. But the thing is, this sacred union has flowers. It still has, it's still a family tree and it's blooming, even amongst all the rubbish. Flowers are still growing. They can still make a garden out of, an abandoned, out of an abandoned house. They can make a home. They can make grass out of a neglected garden. This masculine energy neglected his own garden, his own family, for another woman, for the competition. But I think maybe this stag just needs to overcome this obstacle because it's within them. They're not in their divine masculine, because the divine masculine does not need to go out and do these things, So yeah, they're still having their spiritual awakening. This masculine figure, this black cat. Black cats also represent witches. For some, good luck. For some, bad luck. Maybe it depends on when you see it. Same with magpies. I always find I always just see one magpie. Like, maybe I'm just too superstitious. I'd like to see a family of magpies though. But maybe not, because then that means having a, what is it? 1 for sorrow, 2 for joy, 3 for girl, 4 for boy. Yeah. No more kittens for me. But maybe this could be, these cats could be expanding the family yet again. There is one kitten here, but cats generally don't just have one kitten, you know? So yeah, maybe something that will help heal this sacred union is expanding the family. So can we get one final card for group number 1 and the story here today that I was meant to tell them? Please and thank you. And may we all be blessed here today. One final card, please, Spirit. And we will be on our merry way. Oh. Do you see that jumping out? The scarab beetle spirit. Yeah, magic. Black cat magic. You know, they're good luck or bad luck. There's good magic or bad magic. You know, light or dark. Yeah, this is a battle of the wills between the black and the white magic. Yeah. And I feel like this other woman, this competitor, is not... they're not represented by the Holy Spirit, the dove. Like this is a woman in her dark feminine energy. But this female cat here, she's white. She represents the dove. She is all good giving. She's forgiving, but even down here, unforgiveness came here. So this broken trust and, this masculine going elsewhere instead of focusing on their family is something that was a very hard thing to overcome, and it threw this family unit into survival mode. So maybe they just have to find the magic again. And, instead of operating under the dark magic, instead of this masculine being lustful and wanting, doing as thou will, he will look and say, actually, the magic starts at home. Yeah. The marriage starts at home with their sacred union. Yeah, this divine masculine needs to be at home with his family instead of breaking into other people's homes. The Holy Spirit needs to touch him and he needs to get this spirit of darkness out and focus on the magic. So yeah, group number 1, I feel like ultimately that's the one message that you needed to hear today, that the magic starts at home. It starts within you. And this little cat story here, this does not have to reflect your own story at all, but whatever fits, take it. And any messages that you feel like were meant for you here today, they really were, because this is just, I haven't even planned to do this. I just decided I want to just tell stories, stop being specific. What story needs to be told? And yeah, group 1, you needed to be reminded that the magic starts at home. It starts with you. Comparison, looking at others and what they have, that is the thief of joy. And yeah, the real joy comes from what we have. And even if we are experiencing loss, poverty, and, betrayals, the reality is when that magic is lost, it's found again within you. And sometimes that takes being at home and being at home with yourself. So thank you very much for being here with me today, group number 1. God bless you. Please like, subscribe, comment below what you would like to see, and I will manifest it for you. And I will see you very, very soon. God bless. Goodbye. Hi, group 2. If you chose the 6 of Wands, then you're here in the right place. So just sit back, relax, Make yourself a cup of tea, coffee, and let me just tell you a story here today. Not everything has to fit, but we're going to make everything make sense at the end. Sometimes stories we just need a start, a middle, and an end. Yeah, but let's have a close look at this card before we read the meaning. And I do see this black cat sitting on the fence on their own in the middle with an aura, a halo around this cat. So it seems like this cat is spiritually awakened. And then look at the other cats looking up at this cat, just kind of wanting to be them, admiring them, maybe even idolizing them. Okay? But with all these doves flying around, I do feel like this is, a very spiritually awakened cat. So the admiration and the flowers that they're being given is well deserved. They're on this pedestal because they've done the work, the spiritual work that it takes to get on this pedestal. So let's read the Cat Tarot definition. The Six of Wands. It is one thing to reach a level of success. It is another to be recognized by your peers for a job well done. When the Six of Wands appears in a reading, it is time to take your place at the top of the fence and in the spotlight. The victory circle is waiting for you because of your efforts. But don't forget those who helped you reach your goals. You did not climb to the top alone. The Six of Wands indicates that success is imminent, if not already achieved. Stay focused on your goals, and know that those around you will praise your accomplishments. They will be undeniable. If you've been experiencing imposter syndrome, the Six of Wands should offer you the reassurance that, no, my dear, you have the talents and the skills. And this moment you are experiencing is well deserved. Feel your confidence grow, knowing that not only do you have the vision to create something worthy of admiration, but those around you also recognize your talents and want to help you continue on, as this victory will not be your last. There is but one word of caution. Although it is time to celebrate a success, this is not the end. Do not rest on your laurels. Remember I said a story has to have a beginning, a middle, and an end? Like this, maybe this story is literally just beginning. This spiritual awakening is the start of a whole new story, and it's endless. There's no limits to how much this Six of Wands, this black cat can achieve. There's no limits to their success. So positive energy attributes: accepting praise, working to help others, recognize the support of others in your success, feeling proud. Negative: shrinking away from praise and diminishing your contribution. Yeah, this black cat here is no shrinking violet, if that's the term. So yeah, okay, let's tell this black cat story. Let's see. How did this black cat end up at the top of the fence, spiritually awakened, looked up to and admired by all of their peers? Let's see. So, will I start with... No. For group 1, I started with the spirit animals. I was kind of going to use them for characters, but I suppose these cat cards have their own characters in them. But sometimes, a good story has more than one character. So maybe who's going to join the Six of Wands, this black cat, on their spiritual journey? Who helped them along the way to this success? What lessons did they have to learn? So let's just see what comes out. Let's see who or what needs to be added into this success story. Yeah, I see this as a success story, rags to riches, in the spotlight now. It is a halo, spiritually, but it's also like a spotlight. So this is attention. Yeah. Oh. Okay, let's see who's... The frog spirit, clear out the clutter. Yeah, I feel like in order to be fully enlightened, you know, third eye, you have to clear out the clutter of your mind before you can reach that divine energy. Okay. The brown bear spirit, take time out. Okay. So rest and clearing out the clutter is what people need, or this cat needed, for their spiritual awakening. Because a cluttered mind, a cluttered house, it represents everything in our lives being cluttered. You know, when one thing gets cluttered and put aside, it seems like everything goes out of control. So in order to be here peacefully on the fence, you know, no fucks given, you have to get rid of the clutter in your mind, your heart, your home. And the brown bear spirit, that will make us rest better when there's less clutter everywhere. In our homes, in our hearts, in our minds. This is an enlightened mind, not a cluttered mind. But an enlightened mind is a well-rested mind. And cats never give up on their sleep. We have the panther spirit, reclaim your power. Yeah, this is just completely matching this card. So I'll put this here. Yeah, so maybe this black cat, he's on the pedestal now. Maybe he was on it before, but he got knocked off that pedestal. So maybe something happened for this cat to be knocked off the pedestal, and he had to come back all guns blazing, reclaim that power, reclaim that respect by the peers. Okay? Right, let me see. Let's see what happens. What happens in this enlightened black cat story? How did they reclaim their power? Like from the bottom, started from the bottom, now here. So yeah, rags to riches, bottom to the top. I'm sorry, an apology. Okay, so maybe this black cat pissed off the wrong person, and that resulted in them being knocked off their pedestal. They lost respect by their peers, by their community perhaps. Okay. And yeah, a truly enlightened mind and heart and soul knows when they have the need to apologize. Home, foundation. Okay. So yeah, let's see. An apology, maybe because they done something at home that was naughty. We know how naughty cats can be. What did this naughty cat do before it got enlightened? Reconciliation, rebuild. Like reclaim and rebuild. See, this picture, I don't like it. I don't like the picture. But they had to reconcile, I'm sorry, in order to rebuild their home, their foundation. Okay. See, let's ignore the picture. Because the story, you know, you can put human people in the stories, but for this example, we're gonna just tell it from the animals, and you can wherever everyone fits, you can assign them. Okay, right. Yeah, I have 3 of these, so I want some tarot. Ooh, sorry. In order to reclaim, rebuild, and reignite their own power, this black cat, what obstacles did they have to overcome? What knocked them off their pedestal in the first place? And what took them back to the top? Please and thank you, spirits, angels, guides, and ancestors. May we all be blessed here today. Thank you, God. Woo! Okay, the Fool reversed jumped out. Feels like that was slippy. Naivety, recklessness, apathy, inexperience, hesitation, unwise decisions, indecision. Yeah, so being foolish, and they had to apologize for their foolishness. But first you have to recognize what that foolishness was. Yeah, reclaim your power. In order to reclaim it, you have to lose it. And yeah, the fool is foolish, careless, loses things, loses respect. Maybe loses themselves easily, yeah. So This black cat lost themselves for a while, and it took a lot of spiritual work, growth, healing in order to reclaim that power back, to find that light again within themselves. Okay, what do we have? The Three of Pentacles reversed. Low quality, mediocrity, lack of skill, preoccupation, isolation, sloppiness, group conflict. See, this black cat, even though he's admired by his peers, I feel like this black cat works alone. Black cats also represent magic, so this black cat has always been a bit of a magical oracle mystery. You know, they always had that intrigue, but before they were spiritually enlightened, they made a lot of mistakes. They were very foolish, unwise decisions. So in order to get to that spiritual, magical black cat energy sitting confidently on your pedestal, yeah, this cat had to fall off numerous times. There was group conflict, yeah, because this cat prefers to work alone and do their magic alone. They don't work very well in a group. They don't mind being admired by the group, but this cat is the creator, and this group can watch, but they don't necessarily want to share their, how they got there, or they don't want to share that workload. Not that this cat doesn't want to share his magic, but he doesn't want to give it away. Like, he's in his own magic. Yeah, he doesn't want other people taking that from them or claiming that from them, because maybe that was the mistake in the past, letting others take their power. And now that it's back, this cat doesn't want to have to reclaim that power again. They just want to be in that power, but not allow anyone else's distractions to knock them off course again. Yeah, so knocked off course a few times, but back on the right track every time. Okay. I don't know which way are we taking this? What does this say? Energy of the unexpected, conflict, movement, change. Yeah, there was a group conflict before the success. Okay, learn to take life as it comes, both positive and negative. Yeah, arguments, struggle, boldness, tension, rivalry and competition. Yeah, because at the top, there's always going to be rivals and competitors. Yeah, there'll be admirers. There's also going to be haters. And then there's going to be collaborators. But there's going to be competitors. Yeah, and this black cat is still trying to establish who's a lover, who's a hater, who's a competitor, and who is a collaborator. Yeah. So in order to figure that out, they had to rest, take some time out from everyone, from a group, from whatever it was they were doing that brought them this success. Take time out to reevaluate, to clear out the clutter of their mind, and to reflect on their mistakes, what they done wrong, to apologize if necessary, if they hurt people. And that is very spiritually enlightened of this black cat. An apology, a genuine one, without having to ask for it. Yeah, that's a sign of a truly enlightened soul, because they've reflected on what they've done wrong, that they're sorry about it, and that they don't want to repeat the mistake. Right, very good. I like this. I really like this story. It's very inspiring. Yeah, I mean, maybe we all need to reclaim that panther, black cat energy. I mean, all of us are enlightened souls. The Holy Spirit is all around us, But, yeah, that's the thing. Sometimes it's hard to tell who's a friend and who's an enemy. So, what's the conclusion for this story? What's the conclusion for this black cat, for the story for group number 2? What is the ultimate conclusion? And then we'll probably pull one more spirit animal advice and be on our merry way. So what's the conclusion for this story? Okay, maybe I want to get 3. Can I get 3, please, Spirit? 2 more. What's the conclusion for this black cat spirit? Okay, and final one. What is the conclusion for the Six of Wands for this black cat spirit? Oh, okay. Let's see what we get. Oh, new committal, independent, or non-committal, independent. Yeah, like I said, this black cat works alone. This is just confirming that. Okay, divine feminine, her. Yeah, this spiritual awakening is because this black cat has embodied their divine energy. And whether this cat can be, I'm not going to specify the gender, but we both have a divine feminine and masculine within us. So it's just about embodying both. Okay, we have travel, experience new things. Yeah, I think this black cat had to leave home for a while in order to come back again and to really find themselves. Yeah. This cat had to travel in order to come home and reclaim their power and their glory. Maybe they lost respect, left, but came back and redeemed themselves. Like the prodigal son, okay? They had to come back to their safety and their comfort. And maybe they realized that their safety and comfort is at home, and that's why they had to apologize and rebuild these home and foundations, reclaim their power. Because, yeah, they fell from grace, but they came home and they apologized and they regained their power, they regained their grace. And all of their peers are just looking at them and saying, wow, look how far you've come. And how do you do it? We want to be like you. Admiration. But yeah, in the divine energy, you cannot be afraid to say sorry. Nobody is always right. Not even the most divine beings on this earth, because we're all human. No human on this earth is without flaws. So we have to learn how to apologize, when to apologize, and mean it. What's the point in saying sorry if you don't mean it? That's not spiritual growth. That's actually, spiritual repression by just saying things with no meaning in them, Can I get one final spirit animal message for group number 2? And let's conclude this story, this black cat, this Six of Wands. What is the conclusion of this story? What was the ultimate lesson or moral of this story? Thank you very much, Spirit. What is the conclusion of this story? The Wombat Spirit. Be at home. Wow. Be at home. Safety and comfort. Yeah, you find your glory at home, in the place that you escaped from. Yeah. And take time out. Clear out the clutter. These are things we do at home. Yeah, you are finding your glory and reclaiming your power at home. That is your safety, your security, your comfort. The travel, this is experiences that have been good and bad, but this black cat has found its way back home and is staying at home now, because that is where their glory lies. So yeah, this is a beautiful message. And maybe with these 3 spirit animals here, this is telling us that by taking time out, by resting, by clearing out the clutter and just being at home, we need that recharge, because to shine so brightly and be so enlightened, it's exhausting work. It's not easy being spiritually tuned in. So that means you do need to recharge, rest. There's lots of things that build up, even energy. Energy gets cluttered, scattered all over the place. It becomes a struggle, So, yeah. I see that the battle that was within this black cat, this Six of Wands, they were running from themselves, running from their home and where they were meant to be, but they ended up coming back and finding that light within themselves at home. So you can travel the world looking for it, just to come home and realize it was within you all along, that inner magic. Yeah, so yeah, I see you independently being at home and strategizing this plan for glory, because I do see a lot of people admiring you already. But yeah, group 2, this little story here, yeah, this is telling you to put that love within yourself, and whatever it is that you're looking for, it's found at home within you. It's that inner light. It's your third eye. So yeah, waking up to your own power, reclaiming that power. And yeah, anything that was lost will be found, and you will find that at home within yourself. Thank you for being here with me today, group number 2. If you like this, please let me know down below and I will do some more. Please like, subscribe, share with your friends who enjoy stories, tarot, anything. And yeah, we can make great connections, lots of magic at home. And I hoped I helped you today, group number 2. Thank you. God bless you. Goodbye. Hi, group number 3. And if you chose the King of Swords, you are here in the right place. So sit back, relax, close your eyes if you want to, and let me just tell you a story today. I'm not going to be too specific. We're going to just get any messages that want to come out about this story, and we will see where we are at the end. So come and enjoy the story with me today. Let's begin. Oh. Can we clear out the old energies and bring in the energy needed for group 3 today? Let's tell them a story that's going to make them feel better, feel happy. It doesn't have to be a happy story, but we want a meaningful story. That's all we ask here today, Spirit. Please and thank you. Amen. So the King of Swords. The King of Swords carries himself with an air of grace and power. There is a quiet air of regality in his posture, and he knows his position is one to be admired and respected. When I think of the King of Swords, I think of the quintessential college professor, one who inspires and possesses a dry sense of humor, the one who holds us accountable and makes us want to be better than the day before. When you encounter the King of Swords in a reading, you are asked to behave and take action that reflects his energy. Are you meeting his standards? Are you clearly articulating your goals or plans to those whose approval is required? If you need to lead a meeting at work, are you ready to keep the room engaged and focused on your ideas? Does everyone understand your position with crystal clarity? The King of Swords asks that you take a fair-minded and honest approach to encounters that require determining the truth. A situation that will benefit from arguing your case or defending your position will be best served by being impartial and straightforward. You will be heard and the ruling will be just. Although the King's focus is on finding the most advantageous and logical outcome for all parties involved, he is not without compassion, as he is capable of understanding the numerous layers of our human existence. So positive can easily break down and articulate complex ideas, honest and seeks a fair outcome for all, fights for injustice, negative, over-analytical, truthful to a fault, can appear cold and distant, moody, can be seen as arrogant or highfalutin. I am not familiar with this word, but maybe you can see the King of Swords can sometimes seem to be on his high horse. That's what I'm getting from that word. Even if that's not what it means, that's what we're getting from it. Yeah. So very wise, but humble. Wise and humble. This is a wise and humble soul. So I want this cat to tell us a story. Your story. So So this little humble cat, what do we want? Do we have any other characters along the way? We do have a peacock. There's a peacock here. And peacocks represent prosperity, beauty. So, okay. And sword, obviously, they represent thoughts. Okay. Maybe he's thinking about getting a makeover. Or eating the peacock. No, this story can go anyway. Let's see. Do we have any other characters that want to be involved in this story? Any characters that are going to teach this King of Swords a lesson? So, do we have any spirit animals who are going to join this King of Swords on their journey, on their story? What is this story going to be about? And what's going to come up? Please and thank you. Whoa. We have the fox spirit. Think on your feet. Ooh, foxy, sneaky. Let's see. Can I get one or two more? Maybe the story is set in the jungle. Okay, so can I just get one more spirit animal? Okay. I'll let you fall. And let's see what we end up with. Okay. The koala spirit. Spirit has a plan. Okay. Think on your feet. Yeah, planning, thinking, swords. Brown bear spirit. Take time out. This King of Swords needed some time out to reflect. And during this time out, you know, because this cat seems like there's a light shining from behind him. So this koala also looks like he's very spiritual and meditating. Yeah. So divine intervention came to this King of Swords when he took time out. Time to think. Thinking on your feet. Yeah, so maybe this King of Swords was kind of panicked, or there was something that was making the king stressed, worried, overthinking. You know, the King of Swords is a great thinker, a master of the mind, but for a while, this king's energy, the mind was controlling him. Okay? So that required this king to take time out, take time to think. And even if this was like a swift time out, you know, kings can't just stop working forever. There's a kingdom to run. But yeah, Spirit had a plan to come and to touch this King of Swords and remind them how powerful that they are. Yeah, okay. So let's get a little bit more context. All right, okay. Let's get some Mystic Love cards. Maybe we will get some keywords, some context to this story. Yeah, I want to know about this King of Swords and his journey, his trials, tribulations, his successes. So this plan that Spirit had for him, I want to know about that. Yeah, and when I was getting these cards, that song was coming into my head. Yesterday, all my troubles seemed so far away. Don't mind me. Yesterday, all my troubles seemed so far away. Yeah, so this is a very reflective King of Wands. You know, maybe he was ignoring these troubles until he couldn't ignore them anymore. Okay. Do we want one or two more? One more if it jumps out. Or if it stays in my hand. Okay. So let's see. Oh, good time. Sex. Okay. Travel, experience new things. Self-esteem, insecurities. Yeah, the King of Swords, the master of the mind, letting his mind manipulate him. Player, strategic. Okay. Yeah, so this King of Swords, I feel like he was in his player energy for a while. He was being very foxy, thinking on his feet. So whatever it was that he was doing that was sneaky, he was getting away with it for a while, you know, and he was able to come and go as he pleased, maybe from his kingdom. Come and go as he pleased, you know, go have a good time when he wanted to. He was definitely in his player energy, but strategic. It's like a game of chess, because this is the King of Swords. He's probably the smartest of all the kings, you know. He's very, very wise. Like, you can't outwit him unless you've got an even more strategic approach. Yeah, I feel like the King of Swords was a player who needed a coach. But yeah, his player ways, it all came from his low self-esteem. Yeah, the peacock is here, and the peacock does represent beauty, prosperity, confidence. But he's not looking at the peacock because he was feeling so insecure. And in order to make himself feel better, he was going and straying around and being a player and not looking after his kingdom, but not really in his full divine masculine energy, because this peacock is walking away. You know, maybe his self-esteem was nearly out of the picture, and it took him having reflection, and that reflection only came with taking time out and, you know, thinking on his feet. Maybe he had no choice but to make a change. Something had to swiftly change. Okay? And this reflection only came when this King of Swords took time out, not to go and be a player, but to go and check in with himself. Spirit has a plan, and maybe that was what needed to happen to stop this destructive cycle for this King of Swords. Okay. Yeah, so even though the King of Swords is wise, I don't think he was making very wise decisions, for a time at least. Okay, so tarot, can we get a few more keywords or, you know, lessons for this story? And yeah, what else do we want to know? We kind of want to know how did the King of Swords change his ways? What did it take for him to turn a new leaf? Yeah, turning a new leaf, definitely. Very leafy. This is all very foresty energy. Yeah, taking time out with nature to realize that God is nature. Yeah, maybe the false confidence, the unwarranted confidence that they had was kind of like thinking, oh yeah, I'm great, I'm a god. But that energy is very toxic and really ends up making you realize, actually no, I'm a human, a very flawed one at that. Which way are we taking this? The Knight of Swords, we'll take it this way. I'll get one more tarot, please. And then we'll figure this storyline out. Ooh, okay. The Ten of Cups. And it came upright. So, too much in my hands. Yeah, this King of Swords felt like he had too much in his hands. Too many balls in his hands. So he dropped all the balls and went off to the forest to medicate. There could be some sort of addictions or abuse. To meditate instead of medicate. And Spirit came with a plan and said, you need to turn a new leaf. This is not how you're supposed to live or supposed to feel. See the Hierophant reversed beside the Ten of Cups. That's very interesting. Okay, and the Fool reversed. Okay. So the Knight of Swords, fearless, ambitious, competitive, logical, scientific, skilled, brave, clever. like I said, the King of Swords, he is the smartest king, and he is very strategic. So this was their approach for a long time. You are strong, energetic, ready to take on the world. Yeah, the world couldn't even, turn them off what they thought. This is their kingdom. They want to protect it. This is their reputation, their ego. Yeah, they were willing to go to battle for their own ego. So much logic, but using it in the wrong way, wasting the logic for the sake of ego, because the King of Swords, an enlightened King of Swords, does not live in the ego or, with insecurities of the mind. They are the master of these things. But yeah, this is not a fully enlightened King of Swords just yet. The story's not over yet. That song is coming to me. It's not over, not over yet. Yeah, it's not over. Not over for this king. He's just getting started, ready to take on the world. But right now, yeah, he was in that naive energy, being reckless, apathy, hesitation, unwise decision, indecision. So yeah, even when he could make a choice, it was the wrong one. That's why he had to turn a new leaf to start making the right decision. Spirit had to have this divine intervention because this could not continue. They were living like a fool, but with the mind of a king. Living like a fool? What? The Hierophant reversed. Foolish exercise. Yeah, they were being so foolish. So unwise for the wisest, most clever king in the deck. Wavering, contempt, vulnerable, unorthodox. Yeah, that's the thing. Instead of just taking on this responsibility, taking the sword and ruling with a firm hand, they felt weak and they were wavering because their own ego was bruised. And when you're living off your ego, that's not sustainable because it can break like glass. Hearts can break, egos can break too. And when you are living for validation, it's kind of for the wrong reasons. This King of Swords still has to do it because he knows it's the right thing, not because it's what he has to do. This is a very reluctant king. Okay? Because see, the Hierophant reversed is all of these great things, a teacher. And even at this, this card, the King of Swords can represent a teacher, very wise and very clever, like that college professor that just hits, and you learn the lessons. But reverse that energy and you've got the opposite. You've got the class clown instead of the wise teacher. So the King of Swords is an enlightened soul, a wise teacher. But they were living and acting like a fool. Not taking on their responsibilities. Those swords that were gifted to them, they feel like those swords, that intelligence, that knowledge they have is a burden. And they were running from their soul purpose. But Spirit had a plan for them since day one. So Spirit had to come back in and remind them, hello, King of Swords. You have to achieve your life purpose. You're not just here to be a fool. I didn't gift you with the gift of wisdom and the gift of responsibility. I can't give you that burden if you're going to drop it. Only worthy people can take on these tasks. But the 10 of Cups, everything you've planned has worked for. Belonging, happiness, lasting success, home, feeling blessed, generous, contentment, and family. Yeah, and because I even thought at the start this cat looks quite sad. Yeah, I think this cat was just going out, being sneaky, being all these things. Because the real thing that they want is not this attention, this validation, praise from the kingdom. They just want a family. They want to fill someone's cup and get their cup filled in return. This King of Swords just wants love. And while he's been feeling so insecure, he hasn't even given himself that self-love or that confidence. He doesn't have the confidence to go get that love right now, to go get those cups filled in a deeper way. You You can shallowly get your cups filled, dip the wick, whatever. But this this King of Swords needs his cup filled. Look at all these cups. He's got so many emotions, but he keeps it all in his mind. He doesn't want to appear weak or insecure, but his foolish actions are a consequence of that, you know? Yeah, but they want a family. That's what he wants. He wants love and a family. He might have responsibilities in the world, but the one responsibility he wants more than anything in the world is his own family to love and to protect. Oh, this is beautiful. So beautiful. So what lessons, or what's the conclusion for this King of Swords? Will he find love? It's beautiful. It's a love story. Butterfly, transformation is beautiful. Oh, yeah, he's going to transform once he turns a new leaf and really prospers and finds his self-confidence again. That transformation is going to transform him from being a fool into a family man. From a fool into a family man. That's what I see. Okay. Can I get one more, spirit animal? What is the conclusion for this King of Swords energy? Please and thank you. And thank you, Spirit, for the beautiful stories you told us here today. Whoa. Keep that stable. Yeah, he just needs to find his stability. Right, that's enough. Thank you. Back of deck. Skunk Spirit, know your worth. Yeah, he just had to find his worth again. He was looking for his worth, his ego, to get stroked in all the wrong ways, the wrong places. Bobcat Spirit, life is a mystery. Yeah, so instead of living in this shadow, the shadow side that this King of Swords has been in, living like a fool, Spirit had to come in for a divine intervention in order to make him transform and realize that life is a mystery. And, you know, people can be sneaky and have ulterior motives. But in reality, you know, this King of Swords is here alone, out for himself. He has to protect himself. But also, he needs to know what he wants. He's not just happy like this. What he seeks and what he desires is a family. A family who cares about him, to fill his cups that he can fill in return. But his insecurities have been getting in the way. And that is what has led him to be in this player energy that just strays around, if you get my drift. They've been in that energy for a long time, but Spirit had to come in and say, no, this is not acceptable. You have to turn a new leaf. Okay, I like that. Right, one final mystic love message. I want to know, what is the conclusion for the King of Swords? Does he find his love? I'm really rooting for him. Or does he regain this self-confidence? Is this a love story for himself or for someone, for, you know, finding his lover? It could be both. You know, this is his journey to love himself, but also to love another, because he can't love another until he fully loves himself and transforms that fool energy into, you know, a fatherly hierophant energy. He already possesses the wisdom. He just needs the will. And yeah, not to let his mind master him. He has to be fully in his King of Swords energy. Bonding. Yeah, intimacy. Yeah, it's answered my question. He's going to find his love once he makes this change. Beautiful. Good. So, can we have one or two closing messages? Just two more keywords to close out this story here today. One final keyword, please and thank you. Just so we can have a concise and comprehensive ending for this King of Swords, this little cat energy? Does he find his lover, that intimacy, freedom, surrender? Yeah, he just has to surrender to spirit. Surrender to spirit. Yeah. Once he does that and turns that new leaf, makes that change, surrenders to spirit, he will be free to be that king, that man, that cat he always dreamed he could be. And I'm sorry, apology. Yeah. I feel like he might have hurt a lot of people along the way because he was unhealed. So he will find freedom in saying sorry if he needs to, in order to clear the energy of the past, repenting his actions. This change, like this is falling on top of butterfly spirit. Transformation is beautiful. Yeah, this change has to be made because he is genuinely sorry for his behavior. There's no change if there's no acknowledgement. So this could just be this King of Swords apologizing to himself, apologizing to spirit for not living their highest self, and promising to turn a new leaf, make that change, promising not to keep hurting people because they don't want to be that unhealed version of themselves anymore. They want to step in to their self-confidence. They want to pick that sword up, and any battles that come their way, they will be very well rested. And they're such a quick thinker anyway, that once they're fighting for the right cause, they will be unstoppable. Yeah, so this is a fight for freedom and a hope for love. Yeah, but first, that change needs to be made and found from within. Once he finds that love in himself, it's going to radiate, and that is going to attract this intimacy his way. But, this is the thing, coming over insecurities. That's what the ending is. He's going to find intimacy over his insecurities because he is going to live his enlightened self and not his shadow self. Yeah, so it was a journey and he had to let go of a lot of things. But if his end result is that family that he's been seeking, well then spirit came at the right time and brought him exactly what he needed when he needed it, and helped him make that change and to continue on with that change. It's hard. Change isn't easy. It's not easy to live in your enlightened self always. The darkness does show up. Temptations do show up. But when he's truly in this King of Swords energy and the insecurities, the demons don't get to him, he'll be like Archangel Michael taking that sword and slaying the demons. Yeah, so going from a devil to a demon, slaying them instead of playing with them. Yeah, he's not a player anymore. Because guess who the coach is? Spirit. So yeah, spirit had to come in and call an intervention, stage an intervention for this king. And thankfully, he was wise enough, because he is wise underneath it all. He was wise enough to listen to spirit and to allow spirit to touch him within his soul. And yeah, to transform from a demon into an enlightened mystical being, from a player into a team player. Yeah, he's not playing himself or cheating himself. I cheated myself like I knew I would. I told you I was trouble. You know that I'm no good. Yeah, this insecurity. This King of Swords felt like he was no good for a while. He was no good as a king to anyone. And he was right, because in that energy, in that dark energy, he wasn't any good to himself, to anyone else. That's why he left unhealed people and upset people in his wake. Not only was he cheating them, he was cheating himself. That's why spirit had to stage an intervention and say, stop this nonsense. You need to change and be your true self, your enlightened self. And yeah, I see in the end, that's what he does. He picks up that sword, slays those demons, and yeah, he's still on the hunt for that intimacy, that bond. But when he finds it, it's going to be a beautiful family. So thank you very much for being here, group number 3. I really hope you enjoyed your story today. I hope you resonated or got something out of it. And if you like these, please comment below and let me know if you'd like to see more or any suggestions. You let me know, I'll manifest it. Please like, subscribe, and come back again very soon. Mwah. God bless you, and I'll see you later, alligator. Bye.